strenuous than some of the digs I was in Manchester. No, it's all pretty well worked out, and it's not advisable on top of a heavy breakfast. Well, it was a bit arduous because I hadn't anticipated so many sort of hassles with the production and everything, but you must know what I'm talking about. I just realized that when I started Bond, you started your show.
Was it in '62, the first one you did?
21 years.
Sean Connery's abandoned mansion hides shocking secrets, a fortune no one expected, and a mysterious heir who left the world questioning everything. Sean Connery's journey was more than cinematic fame, from the suave, world-famous James Bond to a life filled with love, art, and adventure. Behind the tuxedo and iconic roles lay a man devoted to family, loyal to friends, passionate about his craft, and quietly influential in causes close to his heart. His story weaves together glamour, dedication, and a personal legacy that continues to inspire generations worldwide. Curious to know more? Okay, let us dive in today. The Mansion That Whispers, 007 Story. Perched high above the glittering waters of the French Riviera, Château de l'Anglais, or Villa Le Roquefleury, is a 6-story Belle Époque marvel, complete with sweeping marble staircases, ornate wrought iron balconies, and a sun-drenched terrace where the Mediterranean horizon stretches endlessly. Inside, a glass-walled infinity pool seems to merge with the sea, while a private spa, a fully equipped gym, and lavish guest suites make it a true retreat for the elite. When Sean Connery bought the villa in the early 1970s, it became more than just a home. It was his hideaway between filming some of his most unforgettable James Bond scenes. Locals fondly remember glimpses of Connery cruising the winding coastal roads in classic sports cars, or hosting glittering soirees where laughter spilt into the warm night air. The scent of the salty breeze drifting through open French doors, the rhythmic crash of waves against the cliff, and morning light spilling across polished marble floors painted a picture of timeless elegance. Could you ever walk away from a life like that, where every sunrise feels like a scene from a dream? Sean Connery's secret Riviera retreat. Once alive with Connery's presence, the villa has since slipped into a quieter existence. After the actor and Micheline moved on, the property became shrouded in mystery, its grand shutters closed more often than open, its marble terraces now gazing over the Mediterranean in solemn stillness. The scent of jasmine still drifts through the grounds in summer, but the lively clinking of glasses and hum of conversation are long gone. Some locals say it feels as though the villa is keeping secrets, holding on to the private moments of the man who was, to the world, James Bond. They recall spotting Connery painting with Micheline in the garden, reading scripts on the balcony, or simply watching the sunset with a whiskey in hand. Today, that energy is replaced by a wistful calm. Sunlight still bathes its walls in gold each evening, but it falls on empty chairs, ivy-covered walls, and gardens in gentle decline. Walking past a home like this, you can almost feel its history pressing in from every corner, wondering about the love stories, arguments, triumphs, whispered dreams, and heartbreaks it has witnessed. That's the spell this mansion casts. Half nostalgia, half intrigue. Connery and Micheline's story. Sean Connery's love story with Micheline Roquebrune began in 1970 at a golf tournament in Morocco. She was a French-Moroccan painter with a free-spirited charm, and he was already the world's most famous secret agent. Within 5 years, they were married. Micheline brought creativity and groundedness to Connery's life. They shared passions beyond film, art, travel, and privacy. Friends described them as inseparable, blending companionship, laughter, and mutual respect, rare in the glare of fame. Through decades of public scrutiny, their bond deepened. They celebrated triumphs, weathered setbacks, and found joy in simple moments, long walks, intimate dinners, and quiet conversations. In his later years, as Connery's health declined due to dementia, Micheline became his rock. When he passed peacefully in 2020, she described it as a beautiful death, surrounded by love, dignity, and shared memories. The life behind the icon. Sean Connery was more than James Bond. He was a living legend whose influence stretched far beyond the silver screen. Those who knew him personally spoke of a man grounded in humility, wit, and generosity, who valued family, friendships, and quiet moments of reflection. Connery's career showed remarkable versatility. From the suave espionage of 007 to gritty roles in The Untouchables and The Hunt for Red October, he brought depth and authenticity to every character, making even the most fantastical stories feel real. His legacy extended beyond awards and fame. He championed causes close to his heart, including Scottish independence, and remained approachable with a disarming humor and strong moral compass. The love and support he shared with Micheline, the mentorship he offered younger actors, and the inspiration he gave fans worldwide form an enduring legacy. When Connery passed away in 2020, tributes poured in from across the globe, reflecting the indelible mark he left on cinema and society. From Hollywood's red carpets to Scotland's rugged landscapes, his life was a testament to passion, dedication, and authenticity, a legacy that will endure for generations. The Private Empire of Sean Connery. Sean Connery's life off-screen was as intriguing as the characters he portrayed. Behind the suave exterior of James Bond was a man who appreciated the finer things on his terms. Luxury for him was comfort, privacy, and quality, not spectacle. Over decades, Connery amassed wealth through acting, smart investments, and properties worldwide. From penthouses in London to retreats in the Bahamas and the French Riviera, his homes reflected style, serenity, and art. Micheline added warmth, creativity, and a personal touch, an extension of their shared passions. Cars reflected his refined tastes, with Rolls-Royces, Jaguars, and classic European models chosen for comfort and understated elegance rather than flash. What defined Connery's lifestyle most was the life he shared with Micheline. Private vacations, quiet dinners, and simple routines brought him more joy than red carpets or headlines. True luxury, he showed, is measured by the richness of life and the people who share it. In balancing fame and fortune, Connery proved that success is meaningful only when paired with integrity, discretion, and love. Behind every legend is a human being who finds fulfillment in the ordinary as much as the extraordinary. The unexpected heir. Despite Connery's immense fortune and sprawling properties, the question of inheritance sparked curiosity and whispers. While Micheline Roquebrune retained much of his estate, a surprising twist emerged. A portion of Connery's wealth and assets was directed toward. This reflected Connery's private nature and thoughtful approach to life. Rather than flaunting his wealth or leaving it entirely within the public eye, he ensured that those he cared about or causes close to his heart would benefit. Locals and fans alike were fascinated by this revelation, adding a layer of mystery to the villa that once rang with laughter and creativity. Even today, the villa's quiet halls and ivy-covered terraces seem to whisper stories of legacy, love, and a fortune shared in ways few could have predicted. Connery's life, it seems, continues to surprise and captivate, proving that even in death, the man behind Bond had one more secret up his sleeve. Why Sean Connery will always be the ultimate Bond. Sean Connery's passing in 2020 marked the end of an era, but his legacy continues to resonate. From the first flicker of 007 to his later award-winning performances, he redefined what it meant to be a leading man. Beyond accolades, it was his humanity, wit, and devotion to loved ones that set him apart. Fans remember his on-screen charisma, but those close to him knew a man of humility and warmth. Micheline Roquebrune, his partner for half a century, described their life together as one of love, laughter, and mutual respect. A rare bond that endured fame and fortune. Connery's commitment to privacy, family, and simple joys created a balance few could emulate. Even in death, he inspired reflection on what it means to live authentically. Tributes poured in worldwide, celebrating not just the icon, but the man who carried himself with dignity, humor, and generosity. His films continue to thrill, and his advocacy for causes like Scottish independence remains remembered. Sean Connery showed that true greatness is measured not only in fame, but in character, passion, and the love shared with those closest to you. His legend will live on, not just in cinema, but in the hearts of those who admire the man behind the myth. Sean Connery may have left us in 2020, but his legend lives on. From the daring charm of James Bond to a life rich in love, art, and adventure, he showed the world that true greatness comes from character, passion, and the bonds we hold dear. If you enjoyed this journey into his life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more incredible stories of legends and icons.